Hello, this is Maddie from the future. Unfortunately, I picked a really odd lighting situation for this particular interview, and so my head looks like an orb, like a floating, very luminous orb. Try to ignore this because the interview with Sullivan was so much fun and she has such great things to say. This is just a disclaimer. I'm so sorry that you have to look at my very luminous head. Enjoy. All right. Testing. Yeah, it's on. Hello, we're back with another hotgal interview, and today I'm here with Sullivan. We actually went to the same high school. So, Oregon. Are you born and raised in Oregon, actually?
No.
Oh, no, never mind. At least Oregon high school
Yes.
raised. Would you like to introduce yourself a little bit?
Of course. My name is Sullivan. I'm currently going to FIT and studying fashion, and fitness is one of my biggest passions. I'm a personal trainer, so I'm so happy to be here.
You're majoring in the fashion industry. What got you first into that? Lake Oswego to fashion, like that's pretty significant, you know?
I would say that Lake Oswego does not have a lot of fashion, so I started getting into it in high school, and I wanted to go somewhere that had a bigger fashion scene.
New York it's poppin'. Remind me what year you are?
I'm technically a junior, but I also transferred, so
Gotcha.
a little bit in between.
Got it. Cool. And you also mentioned that you're studying abroad soon, which is so exciting. Compared to New York, what's the interest in Australia specifically?
Apparently Melbourne is like the top fashion area in Australia, so that's why the abroad program goes through there, but it should be a different city type of fashion, which I'm excited to experience.
And you also mentioned that you're a personal trainer, and especially in New York, that's hard. That's difficult, but New York also has such a hustling and bustling fitness culture too. And I'm just curious, like, how'd you get into that, as well as like what you like doing at the gym?
I first started working out at Crunch, and I was approached by a trainer there to become a trainer. And at first I was a little bit hesitant, but I'm so happy I did because I feel like I've learned so much from the other trainers, and training other people is actually so much different from training yourself. So I feel like having that view on the fashion industry is really helpful for training yourself and helping other people. I'm definitely more into like the bodybuilding and aesthetic type of lifting, so I unfortunately do not do Olympic lifts, but they're really fun, you know, like they're really fun. I tend to focus more on like hypertrophy and like working on machines and really just focusing on engagement. So I mix machines and barbell training, dumbbell training, kettlebells, all of it.
I've stalked your Instagram a little bit, but you've been doing a lot of like Stairmaster stuff, and that isn't like, how did you find the motivation to do that? I have never done the Stairmaster, and for good reason.
So since January, I've been doing little like cutting phase. I did like a big bulk last year, so I was like eating a lot for about the past year or so, and then starting in January, I started adding cardio in because I don't really do cardio besides walking and stairs. And then I just started doing 20 minutes like 5 days a week on the Stairmaster, and honestly, it's not bad. Like, no, like you get used to it so fast. Just like any cardio activity, you get used to it so fast, and like at this point, it's the easiest part of my workout. Yeah.
Girl, the easiest? Let's not. Really? Are you being serious?
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. Okay, I might not get to the Stairmaster anytime soon, but when I eventually do, I'll keep you updated. That's crazy though. Wow. How'd you first get into fitness?
So I used to do both dance and gymnastics. That kind of phased out in high school. So I started getting into the gym, but as most who just started the gym, I like didn't know what I was doing at all. I would do mostly just like the elliptical and like an ab workout. And then I gradually started trying other things like weight training and stuff. And then COVID hit. So then I just started doing like at-home workouts, less ab workouts, and more like trying to lift with minimal equipment. And then right after that, as soon as COVID cleared up a little bit, I started getting into the gym. And then I actually didn't get my certification until about a year and a half ago through my job as a trainer.
Okay, gymnastics. That is... Whoa. First you say Stairmaster, I'm like, oh my God. And then now you say gymnastics. Girl, like what? Was it floor? What was your go-to event?
I did all of it, but I would definitely say I was the best at like tumbling, and it helps. I think it helps with form in the gym a lot, like having a background in some sort of sport like that, or even dance. I think it definitely helps with form.
A lot of the people who I've trained and whatnot, and you've probably noticed this as well, is like if they have a background in athletics, even a little bit, their body awareness is great, and it's not that big of a jump from cardio equipment to weightlifting. It seems like a big jump, but in actuality, It's not that bad. That's so cool. Tumbling. Dude, so you were like way flexible.
Meh.
More flexible than I. Kudos to you. We talked a little bit before this about music. What do you like to listen to? Not fitness related. Just like in general, what do you listen to?
I like indie music, but it doesn't really go with the gym, so I'll listen to indie outside the gym, but then inside the gym and sometimes outside, I like some like EDM mixed in. I've been really getting into EDM within like the past year. I think that there's like a lot of up and coming artists in that area, and a lot of them are really good.
Indie. Is it like indie rock? Have you heard of Alan Raymond? That's like my go-to.
Okay.
But I'd love to hear what indie you're kind of gravitating towards.
So, I mean, Phoebe Bridgers is a favorite.
Oh, so good. So good.
But like if I'm listening to Phoebe Bridgers at the gym, then like something's up. Like you know.
No.
So I would say like the lyrics, I've been getting really into like her and Again and Boy Genius and like that kind of. But then I also like indie that's mixed a little bit with like EDM. One of the music recommendations that I was gonna say is Cub Sport. It's like an Australian band that I've been listening to recently, and it's like a mix of indie and EDM, and I love their stuff.
Do they tour in Melbourne? Will you
Maybe.
be?
I need to check.
Oh my god, that's so awesome. You'll have to keep me updated. Indie and working out at the gym with it. So it's like forbidden pre-workout, would you say?
A little bit, yeah.
That's so funny. So EDM mainly that you're gravitating towards. What are like some recs, specific song recs? Because we'll add it to the newsletter.
Recently, off of the Cub Sport album, I would recommend Songs About It by Cub Sport. Really good song. I've been listening to Head Above by Lyrah and Rio Cragun. Another really good song. And then any like Mura Mosa song I've been listening to. I've Never Felt So Good by Mura Mosa. Really good song, but it's not new.
It's been so wonderful chatting with you. We actually hadn't really connected until very recently.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been great reconnecting with you as well, and I hope to stay in touch.
Yeah. Oh, wait, one last thing. Personal training.
Yeah.
How can people get personal training with you, especially if they're interested?
Since I'm going abroad, I won't be training in person, but you can check out my Instagram. I've been posting a lot of content on there as to workout tips and just everything gym related. Feel free to DM me. I can write a plan for you. I can do virtual training if that's what you'd like. So yeah, just reach out to me through Instagram. My Instagram is sullivan.draper, my name, and I'm sure it'll be included somewhere.
She knows what she's talking about, y'all, so hit her up. She's great. And thank you so much. Woohoo!